Welcome to Secured Sessions, the podcast with no niche. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, and stream our episodes on Apple Music, Spotify, new releases every single Tuesday. Be on the lookout for big names in every industry, verified Instagrammers before you could buy that, and my quest to become, yet again, the female Joe Rogan. So today on Secured Sessions, we have the birthday episode, if you can't see by the balloons and our decorations here. But more importantly, today's guest is my favorite so far. You may know her formerly as Run Alex or currently as Austin's premier spray tanning artist, keeping your girlfriend from embarrassing you with her pastiness whilst in public. For me, I know her as my best friend of a decade and today's guest on Secured Sessions for the birthday episode. Please welcome Alexandra Fernandez, aka Bronze Babe, formerly known as Run Alex. Woo!
That was perfect.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank
How are you
so
feeling?
much for having me. It's your birthday.
Well,
this is all about you, Big 3-1.
You would think so, but being the empath that I am, it is now about you instead. So let's go ahead and hop into the podcast, your first ever podcast. So I'm stoked. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully neither of us flop. So
sink or swim, baby.
I think the best way to start out is, who is this woman? How did we meet? How did we become friends? And how did our friendship withstand the test of time? Because most of them don't. In fact, a lot of them don't.
That's a fair assumption. Yeah, I mean, we have definitely had our trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
I think we've been friends for how long now? Since like 2016 or so?
We're going on almost a decade, I think. So it's
okay,
been
maybe
quite
longer.
some time. But yeah, guys, I needed a job at the time. And I saw girls in Corpus Christi, our hometown, doing Bud Light promotions.
Yep.
So I'm sure you can see where this is going, right? So I'm asking around, I'm like, who the heck do I reach out to become a Bud Light girl?
Sure.
That was my goal, my aspiration. And they're like, Alex Fernandez. Reach out to her, email her, and we'll see what happens. So
I remember I was managing the Bud Light team way back when. And I had the best gig ever. I just got to like handpick all my friends and just work and have fun and like literally get paid stupid amounts of money for just the best, time in the whole world. And I remember you messaging me on Facebook.
yes,
right?
it was.
Messaging me on Facebook and just, I loved your look. I thought you were the absolute most like stunning girl I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, whatever.
And so then I was like, yeah, let's try it. And you came on board and just like instant, like I don't believe in love at first sight.
Yeah.
But with you, instantly I knew she was my best friend. So
yeah. And it's true. And the girls on the team were mean. And
they
if you're
were
watching,
not so convinced.
I hope you hear me. They were I
You
hope
know
y'all
who
are
you
listening.
are.
You know who you are, guys. They're like, we really don't. But yeah, I guess a lot of the girls didn't like me. Probably, who really knows why? Who knows why that ever happens? But Alex stuck up for me.
Haters gonna hate. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't like you. I just think girls like to hate on other girls.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it was. You're a pretty girl. Maybe it's because I liked you so much.
And they were like, she's going to get all the jobs, which is true. Alex would literally text me. She's like, okay, I'm going to post a job in 5 minutes because the first one to respond would get it.
Make sure you get it now.
So I was on my phone and she's like, who wants to work, guys? Last minute promo tomorrow. And I was like, me. Within seconds. So that's kind of how it always went. And it was a friendship from there. We always worked together because we plotted to do that. And yeah.
Man, the good old days. Yeah, I remember that. And I do definitely remember after that, I don't know if we were still working for Bud Light or not, but we just went into this like deep connection of friendship. And like it just all stemmed from Bud Light.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it really
Sponsor
did.
us.
Yeah, exactly. So I know with a lot of friendships, we were saying they don't withstand the test of time. So I think a good segue would be real friends versus fake ones.
Good. Yeah. So I know definitely I can say why we've remained friends this entire time is because we can talk to each other. Even when it is the most uncomfortable situation, even if we're yelling, even if we're about to fight.
Which is frequent.
Happens a lot.
That's like how we converse.
More than not, yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we get our feelings out there and we talk about them.
Yeah.
And we find a solution
And
Always.
that's the most important thing. And we've talked about this.
Mhm.
So many people, for lack of a better term, are little bitches. Like they'll go behind your back. They'll say, oh,
No, that's
like
the best term for it.
I mean, yeah, bitches. But yeah, it's like they will never come to you and tell you when there's a problem. And
Yeah.
I think that's how friendships crumble because they go to this person and that person,
Mhm.
but they never just come to you.
They
and
talk to everyone else but you.
Yeah.
The problem they have, and it makes no sense. And then I don't know if it's just like tension between the time that passes or what it is, but which I do believe sometimes you should take a little time because I don't want to call you things I don't mean.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we're more mature and we can have those difficult heated conversations without, completely insulting each other.
Yeah, exactly. And even if you do, but it's like that differentiates the longevity of the friendship, if you ask me, because how are you supposed to stay friends with someone forever if they're holding a vendetta that they have had since 06?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
oh, I remember like in 06, she wore the same, Steve Madden shoes to the function.
No, not
Yeah,
the sequence
to the
Madden.
function. You know the ones when everyone wore the business casual, like out to the clubs. Yeah. I mean, exactly. So I think that's how it's withstood how it withstood the test of time and stayed friends all this time. So
Agreed.
I've been telling you there's something I wanted to bring up on the podcast, and I haven't told you this story yet because I wanted your live reaction to it.
Oh boy.
And it's nothing crazy.
I'm an empath. My anxiety cannot withstand.
You won't be sad, but you might. You should feel bad.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, guys and Alex. So I was at a tattoo shop, okay, as I typically am, big tattoo gal.
Makes sense.
And of course, you'll find me there often. And then I go in to get my tattoo, as you do. I was talking to the artist and she looks me dead in my eyes, dead in my corneas. And she says, "Do you know who you look like?" And I say, "No." Because that's always a scary thing.
Yeah,
when
I'm
people
already
say
on
that,
edge.
Yeah, you're like, oh, is it a good thing or bad thing? If it's good, it makes your whole day. If it's bad, you just go into hibernation.
Ruins your whole life.
And book a one-way ticket to Turkey for a facelift or something, right?
Never looking back.
Probably never. Yeah, just maybe move to Turkey, change your social. So she says, "Do you watch American Horror Story?"
Oof.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
Not a great start, but no, I don't know who you're. Oh, wait, the main girl.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Who?
I don't know her name, but the
Sarah Paulson.
Oh my
Sarah Paulson.
God, no.
I want us to edit in a photo and put it on the screen, the one of her with no eyebrows.
As
and
you
guys
see here. Damn.
I know I have a bob, okay?
But that's not your whole face.
That's not who I am.
My bob does not define me.
I'm not my bob, people. So now every time I get "you look like this person," it's always someone with a godforsaken bob. So I'm over it. Next time you guys see me, actually 3 podcasts from now, I'm going to have long hair again and just know I was bullied into it by a tattoo artist. And it gets worse. 2 of her male coworkers come in. They're like, "Oh, what are you working on?" 'Cause she's an apprentice, right? And she says, "Wait, before I tell you that, who do y'all think she looks like?"
Oh, no.
And they're like, "I don't know. From where?" And she's like, "We all watch American Horror Story, right?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, that one girl." And I'm like,
I disagree.
I so strongly disagree.
I think they probably planned that. They just don't know who you are at all. But
Preying on my downfall.
Chose violence that day.
Yeah.
And they wanted to hurt somebody's feelings. And so
they seemed really nice. So I don't think it was bullying, which even further made me think, do I? Like,
No.
I'm not saying Sarah Paulson's ugly.
No.
But she's 57.
Well,
Like,
sorry. It just.
So I promptly booked a filler appointment, went to that, and now hopefully I don't look as like Sarah Paulson. I don't know. I mean,
You don't.
no disrespect to Sarah. She's a phenomenal actress. But on the scope of things, on the scope of people I'd want to look like, who goes to their plastic surgeon? They're like Kim Kardashian, Megan Fox, whoever. Who goes in, and y'all be real, and says, "Make me look like this."
I'm sure
and
there's
it's
some.
Sarah Paulson, like, "This is my goddamn house," like from American Horror Story. Nobody.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
No, I feel bad because I know I told you, well, these are just 2 people we know, or I know.
Yeah.
About the haircut thing. So I do feel like everyone is judging you off your.
Guys, people are really defining me by my bob. Justice for the bob 2024, guys. I am getting rid of it. I have been bullied out of it, but it was a moment.
I would like shave her head.
I would like to think it's Meredith Blake from The Parent Trap, but apparently not. Moving on. So back to redeeming qualities aside from my bob, I want to talk about our dogs and how they're us. I would also like to insert a photo on the screen of Alex's dog.
My baby Bentley.
And how he was very much face down, ass up in a vehicle.
Just like his mom.
If you had to say why I'm like Elia, what would you say? And by the way, Elia is my golden doodle who's here right next to me.
Well, first of all,
see.
I mean, look at your faces. Like identical faces. Just like the color schemes on point too. And I feel like she just never, I mean, she's always nervous, but that could be your fault.
I think my dog's an empath, guys. I honestly think she is an empath, as am I, and we feed off each other. You know how they say when your emotional support animal needs emotional support?
Sure.
Well, kind of the case in point, yeah.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword there. But I would say that my biggest thing that reminds me of y'all too is basically like, you know how like gentle she is?
Yeah.
Like she's a big gal. Not saying that you're a big gal. You're a tiny beauty.
Yeah.
You're a pipsqueak. But like when she paws you, you would think it would like hurt because she's not a small lap dog.
Yeah.
But every time she's just so gentle. And that's how I feel about you.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you just have like just a soft like presence. Well, I know you can be.
Yeah.
Tough.
Well, and sometimes she'll run up to people and she's like, whop, just hits them with her paw. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or she'll work like, like she'll have her moments.
Yeah.
But other than that, she chills. You're right. For you and Bentley. And I know you guys have seen a picture of him at this point because we're inserting that. But he, aside from liking to be on elevated surfaces with his little legs in the air, when Alex is run Alex, she turns to her alter ego and is out and about having a good time. She is a big elevated surface gal, loves them, can often be found upside down, like little leggies in the air.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that. We love it. She's not problematic. She's not hurting anyone. She just likes to be higher up than most.
I don't understand though.
But how do you get there? How do you do it?
Alcohol.
The power.
Clearly alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I want to do some like psychoanalysis on it because like it has to mean something because it's every time I get to a certain point after drinking, like I just cannot touch the floor.
Yeah. It's
and
real.
I get up on some dangerous places. You've seen it.
Yeah. She'll scale walls. It defies gravity. Even
I've been
sometimes.
on fridges.
Yeah, that like
why
on top
am I
of cabinets.
on anyone's fridge?
What's the last time they probably cleaned? I don't know.
Oh,
it's
exactly.
Okay. It's all right. It's fine.
Anyway.
And then aside from that, he's friendly. He'll go up to anyone.
Yeah.
He's super bubbly. Elia's a little timid at first, and I think that's very much us.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of giving golden retriever right now, and she's giving black cat, but not the case. Trust me, guys. Like very much black cat gal. Very much like nice to everyone. Everyone's friend. For me, I'm a little skeptical of y'all. Just know.
Watch yourself.
Exactly. But I think it's the same. So
for sure.
with that, our dogs are very much us. But back to us. I know. He's so cute. Miss him so much. Okay. So those are our differences, but let's talk about our similarities and how we're psychic. So I'll let you take it away, Alex. Tell the people. Tell them how we're Teresa Caputo.
I really don't understand how people some people have seen it. But I don't think anyone will really understand because we sound kind of silly when we talk about it.
Yeah.
But I am not joking. We can read each other's minds. We can.
Don't laugh. It really is true. Okay, like don't doubt yourself, Alex.
I just like every time I talk about it, it sounds so funny. But it's almost every time we talk. I mean, there's something. You know, some more than not, but it's always every single time we talk, like we can do it. And it's unintentional. And we've even tested it before.
Yeah. And I know what you guys are thinking, okay? They've known each other a long time. They have similar. No, first of all, y'all are crazy. We're not. But okay, they've known each other a long time. They have similar likes. Okay. Like they're probably thinking the same thing. But no, it's more than that. Like literally there have been times where we're like, okay, think a word. And she knows it. It's like the twin telepathy, you know? But like we just weren't in the same womb. Probably.
And you know what's weird is that if you were hanging out with your best friend every single day, absolutely, I get that. But we don't hang out that often.
That's a good point.
We really don't. We don't even talk that
We don't live in the
often.
same city.
No.
Well, we're like we kind of do. But like we'll have our moments. We'll have hiatuses. And we don't live in the same city yet, even though moving back. But yeah, we could not talk for a long time. And like the weirdest things will happen. Like what was the Aladdin thing?
Oh, I mean, that was just.
I mean, it's a big deal, I think.
I mean, I never just sit down with the purpose to see a certain movie. I'm just like, oh, let me flip through the channels. And I remember just thinking like, I'm going to watch Aladdin today.
Mhm.
Like the real one with Will Smith. But anywho, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to watch that. Then I had a phone call right after with you.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you said, but you referenced Aladdin.
Yeah, I'm like something like Jafar from Aladdin.
Yeah.
So niche, so specific.
Like,
what
how
are the chances, guys?
is she watching me? Like how?
Exactly.
Get out of my
of
head.
all the movies, not just like saying, oh, like a Disney movie.
Mhm.
Like, what do you mean?
I know that one's a small one. We've done like pretty impressive ones
Yeah.
before. So that one sounds silly. But if you just understood that it was like every time we talk, we're like, what's wrong with us?
Yeah.
Or right.
Yes. With that said, we're psychic guys, but building on the theme of superstitions, witchcraft, psychic abilities,
Uh-huh.
Mexican superstitions.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So I know by looking at me that you cannot tell, by listening to me that you probably can't tell, but don't judge me again by my bob and my outer exterior, okay?
She's brown inside.
I am. And being from Corpus Christi and half of my family being from literal like Reynosa, Mexico, moving to Corpus, my dad growing up spoke fluent Spanish.
Mhm.
Mine is terrible. I'm sorry to my family and my ancestors, but I do the best I can.
A disgrace.
Exactly. But with that though, and my dad's mom being very superstitious, I've heard these a lot growing up.
Absolutely.
So I remember there was a time that Alex and I were out, I think at a bar, and I think somebody was with us in the bathroom and they went to put their purse on the floor.
Oh, no. You don't do that.
And I was like, what are you? We both freak out. We're like, what are you doing? Oh my God, like you can't do that. That means you're going to be poor.
She's literally bankrupt now, huh?
Yeah.
We need to check
where
up
is
on her.
she?
Gone. You cannot do that.
Filed for Chapter 1 bankruptcy, whatever it's called. She said, where is she now?
She's gone. Because I don't even understand it, but it doesn't matter. I will never put, and I've even had people like, I've had my purse on the chair or whatever, and people are trying to move it and putting it on the floor.
Yes. I've like slapped a man before.
The audacity.
He's like, babe, let me just, I'm like, pop. Like, what are you, do you want me to be poor? Do you want me to live in the streets in shambles?
Yeah, I know it's a Mexican thing, but I heard it from my grandma. Well, everything I heard from my grandma.
Yeah, exactly. Same. That's really the only way we know it. But like the fact that both of us knew, we were like, oh shit, like somebody else knows about this. Yeah.
But so now, purses always go on elevated surface like me when
Just
I'm
like
drunk.
Common theme.
What if that's
Do you see I know exactly what you're gonna say. Because it's bad luck for the purse to be on the floor. So
it's me.
Oh, I'm Jessica. It's me, Jessica.
That makes so much sense. No, it's probably not that. But I mean, it just makes sense to me. If the purse is on the
connection. Go ahead.
If the purse is on the floor, you lose all your money.
So if she's on the floor when she's drinking, she's like, the connection's made deep in her subconscious. We've debunked something today.
God, it took me years.
Wow. Both of us. The Scary Movie one.
Oh, yeah.
That used to be my favorite kind of movie, guys. I was a horror movie fanatic. And one day,
it's true.
We're talking, and what did you say?
Well, I think you were watching a scary movie or saying you were going to or something like that. And I just told you that my grandma always told me you cannot watch scary movies or anything, like even tell scary stories or just anything to do with anything demonic.
Yeah.
Like, you just are opening a door for them to come into your life.
And into your house, into your literal dwelling.
Into your soul, literally.
The domicile, yeah.
Ooh, I don't even like talking about it.
Yeah, we're like, oh God. I'm like, well, cut the tape. I start playing The Exorcist. Just kidding. Cut the lights.
Oh, Grandma, I'm scared. But she just always told me that. And it makes sense. Like, when you're like talking to such a like scary topic for me. But
it's energy.
Yeah. And so I just understand that I never will do that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with not watching scary movies. I don't need them. I'm a comedy girl.
Yeah, it's like a Ouija board almost. Like bringing it in. Don't even get me started on girl. When I was little, I would leave birthday parties when they pulled those things out. I'm like, first of all, y'all are weird.
We don't say those words.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, y'all, like, this is some, like, I'm like,
that's white people shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, crazy. So anyway, I don't watch them anymore. No. I literally don't.
Good for
I will
you.
not watch them because even if it's not true, okay, but by the off chance, by the 0.001%,
right?
Why am I going to invite a whole ghost into my house?
No, ma'am.
I'm not.
Well, I'm glad
gonna
that
get
that's
go-
like a takeaway you can
Yeah.
for me.
Right?
I'm glad I did that for you.
No, I mean, literally. Are
grandma
there any
did.
other ones? The egg.
The egg.
The
My
egg.
grandma, every time I was sick, or even, I shit you not, even when like a girl like was talking bad about me in school,
Mhm.
my grandma would get a little egg and rub it all over me and say that it was, I know she would say something in Spanish when.
Is it the sana thing? Or
No,
is that
no, no,
something
that's when you
else?
get hurt.
I thought it was when you were sick. I don't know. Anyway.
Sana.
I thought it like, they would put little like Vicks on you. And so anyways.
The all powerful.
The girls that get it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, okay. So the egg.
Yeah. And she would just say like all the evil is coming out, and then she would crack the egg and it's gone.
Yeah. Because you
Out of
put
your
it in
body.
the little egg and then you expel it. But also if someone's giving you like ojo, like the evil eye.
Right.
You put it on there and then you crack it in water and you see
Mhm.
what it does. And then that's how you know if someone's like putting the evil eye on you.
Oh.
Mhm.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah. You see what like the yolk or like a certain part of the egg does if
Sure.
it floats or sinks. And then you know. And
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I would just like throw it away. I'm like, that's the evil. Like, get
exactly. Like you have to like get rid of it.
it out. Huh.
And I think it's interesting. And again, even if like say it's not 100%, like it works, whatever, I think energy is a real thing. And by the tiny chance that it is real, like why not? What's it gonna hurt? You know?
And I believed it. I think
Exactly.
that's so powerful.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely, exactly. And it puts you
I
in a better
still believe it.
I do too. And it puts you in a good headspace. You're like, okay, that's like gone, you know, like flushed away the bad energy. I completely agree. Speaking of bad energy, what counts as cheating to you?
Ooh, great segue. Cheating? I mean, definitely I don't physically, of course.
Yeah.
But I think there's so many more levels of cheating than just like hooking up with someone else.
Yeah.
I think there's emotional cheating. I think
Mhm.
there's even just like intent of cheating. Like even if you haven't got to the emotional, which I think emotional is way worse than physical,
Yeah.
but
I'm gonna go down a list and tell me if it's cheating or not. Okay.
good.
So she said, oh, thank God.
I want to do that one.
Yeah. So I'll go down a list. Tell me if you think it's cheating if a guy does this to you or any girl, not just you, any girl.
Okay. I'm gonna get pissed off, aren't I? Go ahead.
Just like a vein popping. Okay. Texting another girl that's not a friend. Say they met at the gym. He got her number. He texted.
Cheating.
Yep.
You do not get your, okay, no. I understand if it's like work purposes or, you know, I mean, come on, that's obviously not cheating. But if you get another girl's number at the gym, no.
Cheating.
Ill intent.
Cheating. Okay, next. Let's say a girl goes up to him and asks for his number and he gives it to her.
She's
Also
gonna
cheating.
Die.
Yeah.
She will die.
Exactly.
And he takes the number.
He takes the number. Now, is he just being polite or is it cheating?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's cheating.
You wouldn't be pissed.
I would be pissed.
You
It's
don't have
not
to be
allowed.
like, I personally,
It's
like,
not allowed, but I wouldn't accuse him of cheating, but I would not be okay with it and I'll still break up with you.
Yeah, exactly. Cheating. Okay, so next, let's say his friend wants to take out a girl on a date, but he doesn't want to go alone. That girl has a friend.
Cheating.
Cheating. Just kidding. And then they orchestrated dinner, but he's like, no, babe, like, I'm just going to help my friend. Like, he just doesn't want to go alone. She's bringing a girl. They haven't like spoken or anything, but it's kind of like a double date that's getting set up. Right. Cheating or not cheating?
Well, I mean, that's hard for me because I've been in that exact, like, I've been the friend on your dates. I mean, no, on people's dates before. And I know I'm not there for for the wrong reasons. But I also didn't know they were bringing a friend. So that's different. If you know that someone else is coming and you still, and it's obviously double date vibes.
Yeah.
Just see yourself out of the equation. Your friend will understand.
Yeah.
I'm big on respect. And I mean, no one's going to be fully on board with that.
Yeah.
So it's just like a level of respect. Like just, so I wouldn't say it's cheating.
If they stay, is it? If they don't leave?
If they stay at their house, yeah, that's cheating.
No, on the date, like on the double date, yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, me neither.
Doesn't
I'll
sit right.
say gray area, but just know we don't like it.
Yeah.
We're giving you a little side eye. We don't know. TBD on that one. Let's see. What else? Liking a girl's photo on Instagram.
Oh, boy. This one's a real problem out there, huh?
It is rampant in these streets. I have a very strong opinion on this. But either way, let's say just for the guys in the comments that are like, you guys never talk about what girls do. Okay, fine for both.
Right.
So let's say I'm in a relationship, okay, as I have been before, unfortunately. And I like a man's photo. It's not it's not like the hottest man ever, but it's not like a big fat guy with the beer gut that's hairy and lives with his mom's basement. Like he's not like a, some medium guy.
Yeah.
But I have a boyfriend. Is that inappropriate?
I mean, there's so many variables. There really is.
You
like,
think?
How do you know him?
I really just through social media. Yeah, I've never hung out with him in person.
I'm not the type of girl that just, likes random pictures. I mean, I don't think anyone's that. I know people will say, oh, I just aimlessly scroll and I like and I like. No.
Yeah. If you're aimlessly scrolling though, why aren't you liking pics of like ugly people, in your opinion, that are ugly? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Why is it always like hot people? Like, it's funny how you're aimlessly you're skipping over people. You're not liking everything. It just so happens to only be girls in like a bikini on a yacht. Like, okay.
Yeah, always like
what an
the
accident
picture, but never like of her and her son. Like, it's just,
it doesn't like pictures of like Oprah Winfrey, but you're out here liking a pic of like a girl. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, with the follows and stuff. But I don't know. I think it's just, if you're really in love with someone, you're in a relationship, you're committed, you just already have like an idea of respecting that person and you know what you should and should not like.
Yeah. I think it's implying on either side of it, whether it's a guy liking a girl's photo or a girl liking a guy's photo. And mind you, I'm not talking about friends. I'm not talking about family members.
Okay, right.
But like, I think it is it's showing interest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's showing like you're not liking pictures of someone that you deem unattractive. You see them as attractive. You're liking their photos, so it's showing them, hey, I notice you, and it's showing interest, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
don't do it, guys.
Cheating. Guys with girlfriends and girls with guy friends. This is kind of a hot topic. There's a lot of guys that don't want their girl to have guy friends and a lot of girls that don't want their guy to have girlfriends. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't have a lot of guy friends, so I'm always a little biased on this, but I 100% can say that your best friend is not of the opposite sex. Yeah. It's not. You can say it all you want, but someone on that side, and I'm not saying it's always the guys. Maybe it might on slim occasions be the girl, but someone wants to fuck.
Yeah, I like it. Hot take. I really like that.
It's
That's
always that case.
Sure.
Like, and if you're the person that's saying like, oh, she's just my best friend, like, have you never had a glimpse and an idea, right?
Has anything ever happened prior to? Like, oh, y'all been best friends for 10 years and you mean to tell me never once
anything slipped?
Exactly. Or she doesn't come to you crying about her dude and you're not like, man, I would never do that. Or she doesn't come crying to you about her dude and like with her thinking maybe it could happen. Maybe the guy's not interested. Maybe she is, like you said. But maybe she's testing the waters to see.
Yeah.
It's like,
why? Because obviously, like, we're best friends and we're able, because we connect on so many levels because we're girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two girls hanging out.
Just two gals being guys. Being gals. Two gals. Two guys being gals.
We can be some masculine at times.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think so. And I mean, I want to say it's possible, but in this day and age, like, it's tough because the things we've seen, like,
oh yeah,
some craziness. It always comes out, and it's the people who deny it the most. The most.
Exactly.
Where it always comes out at the end of the day, and one of the, like, you guys are having a fight or whatever it is. Like, say me and my dude are fighting, and then there's this girl best friend, and she comes around, and she's like, I never really liked her anyway, to be honest. Like, she's not so great. Like, honestly, I don't really, she wears too much makeup. I would never wear makeup.
She doesn't not pick me.
Yeah, she doesn't like sports. I love sports. Tom Brady is my favorite.
Do you remember?
That play on the 50-yard line the other day, she could never know about that like I do.
Do you remember Is This Man Tom Brady?
Yes, yes.
I love that.
I do. That was phenomenal. But yeah, and I didn't know. But the thing is,
no one knows.
Yeah, exactly. It's giving very much pick me energy on both sides, from guys and girls. They're like, oh, they did that, I would never do that. And then they start dating and they do worse.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like it. Like if, I'm with someone, they're not going to have a girl best friend. And I don't have a guy best friend. And if that's true, your true feelings, then you have to understand that whoever you're with should have the same opportunities.
Or at least, in the same respects.
Exactly. Respect.
If you're dating someone and one day they're like, Alex, my best friend's visiting from college, and you're like, oh, who is he? And a just hot ass girl walks in. Like Jessica Simpson, these boots were made for walk-in. Just let's go, boots, and just walks in. What do? I can see your face. I know. You're like,
I just fight her instantly. No, I wouldn't like it. I don't think I would be with someone that would do me like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I would try to be nice, of course, but like it would ruin a lot of things for us, and inevitably we would not work out.
He would die.
They would all
inevitably,
die.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Death everywhere. Call the families, the city morgue's on the way. All right. These are really good segues. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even do this intentionally, but is dating broken? Dating apps. Am I a professional podcaster?
Wow. No, I really do think this is your calling. Like, I'm not kidding. I know I'm your best friend, and I feel like but I love listening to you, so that's why I was like, I get to be.
Guys, ew, why did I get goosebumps?
I probably won't listen to this one because it'll be cringy, but the next one
you have to. I'm gonna like hold your ear holes open and make you. I felt the same way. Like I was really scared to listen at first, but then after I did, I was like, oh, this is really good. Like you'll feel this. I think you'll like it. Dating apps and meeting people organically in real life. Do you think that's even possible anymore?
I do.
Really? Do you go up to like when you were single? Like if you're single, right? Do you go up to guys? You're braver than me. I'll say that.
Ooh.
Like, have you ever?
Have I ever? No, I mean.
No. But imagine if I did.
I honestly, I'm not the girl that's like, even if you're the hottest guy in the room, or I just really feel like I need to talk to you, I won't. I really won't.
I'm the same way.
I don't know why. Like, I think it would be so much easier if I just did. But I don't know if I'm just like old fashioned or what have you. But like, I just believe
that chivalry.
I think the guy should court the girl.
I agree completely. And I've had a lot of pushback on this.
I know. It's hard out here. Like everyone's going to disagree, and that's fine. Like just.
Those are the pick-me's though. The ones that are like, I'll go up to a guy. What do you mean? Like
exactly. Oh my God.
Run up to them and talk about sports.
And that's fine. Like go have them. Like I want the one that like curves you and like just elbows the crowd to get to me.
Yes. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Exactly. And that's why we withstood the test of time. It's like, that's that shit. I agree completely. No, and that's been so lost, dude. Like, I feel like it's those memes where it's like men used to fight for our country and now they're like posting sad quotes on their story.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it makes you more masculine. Like if you have a soft guy, like you can't just both be soft. Like someone's gonna, pull the weight.
Exactly.
And then it becomes the girl, and then it's just like problem after problem. And like, if that's your thing, cool, but it's not.
Yeah. Like, but is it really? Are you
can lie to me, but don't lie to yourself.
Exactly. Like, live your truth, Sarah. But no, I completely agree, dude. And it's like, how are you supposed to step into your feminine energy when you have to be masculine?
Right.
Like, you have to be the one to like carry your bags and take care of this and take care of that. Not even talking about money, but just talking about like general treatment. They're not opening your door. They're not treating you like a lady.
Absolutely.
How are you supposed to feel like one and be one?
Absolutely. And I do really think that guys, I mean, I can't speak for them because I'm not one, but I know like men in the past have told me like they actually love doing that.
Yeah.
It makes them feel better about themselves.
And that's a man, if you ask me. And I know obviously there's different takes on that, but in our opinion, I think that's the case,
Absolutely.
But so what do you think about dating apps? I mean, obviously it's treacherous out here. A lot of pics of guys holding fish. That's daunting. But I know, I'm not sure like the last time you were on one, but like what's your take?
Haven't been. I'm not a big dating app girl. But I know a lot of success stories.
Do you?
I do. I know a lot of people that are
girl, not for me.
engaged, if not married. Like they work. For me, it just sounds like a lot of work. Not that I'm not willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
But just like to not even know if you like someone. I rather just meet someone out in public, even though that is kind of hard nowadays. But So rather just do that. But dating apps, I don't know. I'm not experienced enough to know.
It's just hard, I think, to know how someone really is off an app because all you get is a
Yeah.
handful of pics
Right.
and like some descriptions. Not that I would know, I'm not on them.
Right.
But how can you really tell? Because for all you know, like that could be your soulmate, but like maybe his pics aren't good. Maybe he doesn't know how to take good photos.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe like
It's
he's a
hard to
little nervous. So
judge.
yeah. So I think it's
Or they
tricky.
could lie.
Yeah, or they could lie. That's a big one. Yeah, a lot of 5'8"ers that are saying they're 6'2" on there. The lies are rampant. But
And you don't know, like how I just said how I like my man to fight me. I mean, not fight me. Which they
not
do.
the Freudian slip. She's like,
they be doing that.
She's like,
But-
no, please deck me. Just kidding.
No, fight like a crowd to get to me.
Yes.
Like you can't tell what kind of guy that is off of a dating app.
That is very true. And even if they look like it, maybe they're not. Like there's a lot of like big, like burly dudes who are not like that, where you have to like push all the weight. And I feel like there's other guys who might be a little squirt, but he would like move mountains for you.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Probably some good short kings out there. I'll never know, but
Neither will I.
yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. But Godspeed out there. We wish you the best, sending prayers your way. Do you think how we're saying we like guys who kind of take charge? Do you think that men are the same way? Do you think men like women who take charge and are powerful, or do you think they like more submissive girls? And do you think, you know that there's a book called Why Men Love Bitches?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that's true?
Did not read it, but
Yeah, me neither. I just know the title.
even if I bought it, did not read it. But I think, I don't know. I think a lot of men do like soft women. And they should, because I do feel like gender roles. I do believe in gender roles. And I feel like you want your woman to be submissive, but you have to be that man that makes her feel safe enough to be that way.
So they go hand in hand. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because like how is, maybe she is naturally like that, but you're forcing her to step into this like quote unquote masculinity.
Yeah.
Because you're a little bitch. So, I mean, it's tricky. It really is. Because it's like, for all we know, like she has the propensity to be, but you're not letting her.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting, but men historically like the chase, right? They don't like something that comes very easy. So I almost feel as if the reason men can end up with girls that are a little bitchy sometimes, and we're like, not just you and I, but everyone's like, well, she's so mean to him. I don't understand. Why is he with her? I think some guys kind of like that. I feel like they could. In fact, I have some friends that say they like when girls are a little mean to them.
That's trauma.
That's a hot
trauma.
take. Yeah. Like, what do you like, trauma with their mom or just with life, or what do you mean?
Could be. I feel like they probably just think, it probably comes from parents. But I mean, who am I? I have no idea
You're
where
like,
it would come
we
from.
got no parents. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Love you, grandma. But no, I really do think that guys probably think that if I get this mean girl to love me, then yeah.
Validation. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
she's so mean to me, but if she chooses me over like everyone else, then I'm something.
Wow. Guys,
Yeah.
weigh in the comments. If you've been in a relationship like this, I would love to know if maybe this was an accurate psychoanalysis, because that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know I'm not a man, but I have dated my fair share of like mean people in the past.
Yeah.
So
and they
like,
might not even like really know that or think like that, but I
Yeah.
think subconsciously that's what it is.
interesting.
Think about it. Who wants to be freaking slapped around and just like,
Yeah,
like no one, not
situation.
physically slapped
But
around.
yeah, I'm like, well,
Time and
speak for
place.
yourself. But yeah, no, I think that could definitely be true. Absolutely. And it's like, okay, if I can overcome this and make them like me, then it's healing something in them where maybe they couldn't
it's like,
prior.
I'm worthy. Poor little fellas.
Sorry, guys. That's
Yeah.
sad. I'm like, whoever that happened to couldn't be me. What is your type? Actually, no, I lied. What is my type?
You know my type.
Yeah, we're gonna say each
What
other's.
is your type?
My type. And then I'll say yours as well.
I mean,
They're very
what
different.
era are we talking about? Is this like 2010? Is this present?
I would say
you had
some
fair
dark some dark times.
You're getting better though.
Thank you. I mean, overall themes, like connections. I wouldn't say like, yeah, maybe a little bit physically, but like
I
just
think
themes that you see.
I think you always want to fix someone.
Yeah. Guys, if you have trauma, please don't DM me. Like, please, because
stay away from her because I can't take it anymore.
I'll fall in love. Just kidding. But yeah. Okay, what else?
I think, I mean, you definitely like bigger guys. Like, even though you've dabbled around with the slender ones.
The napkins.
But for the most part, it's like a big, like, hunkier man.
To like protect you. That goes back to the I want someone where if there's a brawl, something breaks out, there's some trouble afoot.
He can like fight 10
like,
guys
I got this. Like, I'll handle like, stand back, babe. Like, I got this. Yeah. That's that shit. Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Right.
Correct. What else would you say?
I don't know.
Strong guys with trauma.
Yeah, I think that's
a little like edgy. I think. I would say, like edgy. A little bit of edge. Yeah, like not clean cut.
No. Yeah, I think you do like scruffier and like tattoos.
Yeah, it's pretty valid. Yeah, accurate. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I think that's pretty. Yeah. I mean, obviously, like this isn't like appearance or personality really, but someone who has like aspirations and goals. Like they can't be a bum. I mean, obviously in the past, like I think everyone's experienced that at some point, but I think
you want. I mean, we all want that. Yeah, I think we all want that. You for sure want someone that can like lift you up and like that someone's like on the equal playing field as you, if not better. Like
they make you want to be better.
Yeah, they make you want to be better
and support your goals. That's a big one.
Oh my gosh, we need that in our lives.
So important. Yeah, absolutely. So for you. Same thing. You definitely like the big buff ones.
Yeah. Protect me. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fair because like you take care of yourself. So it's only fair that I feel like you would want someone else to. You know what I mean? Maybe we don't mentally all the time, but physically, we do our best. Yeah, we're working on it. And then clean cut. You're more of a clean cut.
Love clean cut.
She likes a waxed eyebrow.
Yeah.
She loves
I do.
She does. Like that's one thing I've noticed. Like
haircut like every week.
Slicked, just like,
no, I mean a little scruff's fine. A little tiny, like, but I don't like beards.
I want them to look like they have been awake for 3 days. But like also buff and clean cut, but like they have an edge. Like they might have like a substance abuse problem, but they're also clean cut and 6. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just
like
look like you do, not actually do.
Yes, or like Scott Disick in the early seasons of Kardashians, love it. I know. I don't know. Okay?
This is why we're friends.
I know. Yeah, we know we're never gonna want the same people. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, clean cut, I would say, definitely into fitness for sure, like works out. I think someone who's outgoing. You don't like a little like hip squeak, like someone who's quiet. You want someone who's gonna like go out
say
and like
it with their chest.
Yes, exactly. And also someone who's like not self-conscious to like go dance with you or something. You know what I mean?
Fucking
yeah.
That's like if literally a must for me. Because, you know, I like to get on those elevated surfaces and I like to.
Yeah. And I don't. Again, black cat, golden retriever, very much so. I'm like, I like to chill and vibe in my little like seat. And so for me, like, I don't care really that much about that. But for you, like, I know for a fact, like, guys, if you're listening, like, take notes. If any of the prior things apply to you, this one should as well. If you're out, like, at a country bar or something, just go out and, like, do a little dance.
Spin me around the dance floor, baby.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know how to dance, I love the confidence of someone that's willing, sees that I like to do it. Because I've definitely been with a lot of guys that have 2 left feet. They cannot dance. But they know that I love it. And that's what they want. They want to, like, please me and have a good time with me. And they'll literally look so, I don't even want to say look silly because it doesn't look silly to me.
Yeah,
but
they're
to
not
them,
afraid to be embarrassed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the confidence for me is everything.
Absolutely. I think supports your passions is a big one too. Like, because you have a business, which we have not brought up yet. Actually, to pause, guys, this episode today is actually sponsored by Sunkissed Spray Tanning. She actually does mobile tanning throughout Texas, so not just if you live in Austin. But we're going to go ahead and link her business in the bio. It's at Sunkissed ATX, correct?
So Instagram's sunkissed.atx.
There you go.
Yeah.
The dot is essential. Don't forget it. And yeah, we're actually going to go ahead and do a promo for all the Secured Sessions listeners. So stay till the end for that. And we'll throw that in the bio as well. But just wanted to share that. So thank you so much for sponsoring today's episode.
Oh, thank you.
Nearly forgot. But yeah, I think supporting your passions is huge. Obviously, you have really big aspirations for that, really big goals, and it's been growing consistently. So it has to be someone that doesn't want to stifle what you have going on and might even help it. You know, maybe they're like, oh,
cool.
I have this friend who competes in bodybuilding. Let me, you know, introduce you.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
You've helped me. Like, I feel like my partner should want me to grow. But even if that's too much, or maybe that's not on the path, that's fine. But someone that understands, because now, I am pretty new, that sometimes I just have to get up and go work.
Yeah.
Like out of the blue. And it might be on the weekend and it might be at an inconvenient time, but I have to do that right now. I have to hustle or I'm never going to be anything. So someone that just understands that and is cool with it.
And I think that's huge because guys are always saying I don't want a girl who's like a gold digger, which fair enough. Okay, I understand that. That's okay. Some guys don't. But it's okay, then how can you be mad if this person wants their own career and their own job and their own stuff?
Right.
Know what I mean?
I never understood that. That's so popular too. You don't understand. People, they're like, no, I don't want her to take all my money. But then you want this control over her too. So it's
so you want her to live in a box.
Yeah.
On the side of the road.
If you want a slave, you don't want a girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay, you don't want someone who's with you for your money, but then they can't get their own money. So what are they to do?
Absolutely. Make it make sense. I've never understood that one.
It's like the guys who start dating a girl because maybe they saw her on Instagram, they liked how she looked, the stuff she was posting, but then they start getting crazy when she posts it when they're together.
Right. It's
know what I mean?
Controlling thing. A lot of guys aren't ready for relationships and they want a trophy and not a partner. Because if you truly loved her, you would want support what she wants.
And I think just being confident within the relationship and knowing, hey, she is posting this stuff and she's not even if it's something like a bikini pic or something, maybe she felt good that day. Maybe she thought she looked skinny and she was happy with how she looked and proud of herself. Maybe it's not for male attention.
Right.
Just comment on it and be like, hell yeah, babe, looking good or whatever.
You're going to get some comments on this one.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I definitely think girls that post, you can tell by the picture.
Yeah. If there's a little arch going, if there's a little, you know what I mean?
Nothing's wrong with a little arch, but you know what it says. The same amount of skin can say completely different things.
What's that meme? It's is your girl a bad bitch or does she have lumbar loridosis or whatever? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
she's not well. But yeah, I feel the bikini thing's a topic for sure.
What do you think about that? Do you think girls should be able to post bikini pics if they're in a relationship?
Yeah. Quick answer, yes, I definitely do. But like I said, it depends what it says.
So what's okay and what isn't?
So if you're out on vacation, you're in a bikini and you just want to show off because either you worked so hard for where you are on that vacation or maybe your body or whatever, and you're just proud and want to show off, that's absolutely acceptable. But if you have a very sensual look about you, you're giving the eyes,
the Tyra Banks,
cheeks,
the smiles.
Yeah. If you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you can tell by a picture, when it's posted.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not okay.
The caption's what is it? Just out to Miami looking for the hoochie daddies.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think it's a clear, it's an easy tell.
Yeah.
Tell.
So if if the caption says so blessed to be here, just so grateful for the opportunity, we're probably good.
Sure.
But if she's where the hoes at, out here trying to
not even the caption though, just you can see what the picture with no words is saying to you.
Do you think that's open to interpretation though? Because what if the guy that's with her is saying no, I know for a fact that you're posting this because you want dudes, but she's I'm not. I'm proud of my body and I've worked really hard and I love you and I'm loyal. What about that then? You know what I mean? What if he's interpreting it one way, but that's not the right interpretation?
Ooh, there's a fine line. I think for sure if you're with that guy that's very jealous, then y'all need to have a talk about the jealousy. Yeah, if he's that jealous that you're just smiling at the beach in your bikini and it's clearly not a very provocative picture, then maybe y'all need to go over y'all's boundaries and before you're even posting stuff like that.
Yeah.
And maybe y'all aren't ready to be in the relationship.
Sure.
And I give a lot better advice than I do myself. So.
But so you think that's something that should happen early in the relationship is maybe sit down and have a talk about boundaries?
Absolutely.
I don't think that happens a lot.
No one does that. I don't do it. I definitely haven't done it in the past. In the recent future, I definitely have because I see so much value in that. Maybe even before you get in the relationship.
How do you have that talk? I know, it might not be something that happens, and it might not be something people think about. I think they are so excited and enamored and in the honeymoon phase that they don't want to talk about sometimes like the ugly things.
Right.
But how would you bring up that talk to somebody?
I mean, if it's someone that wants to take you seriously and you know that you're going to have, or you potentially feel like you're going to have a future with this person, then just simply say it. Like, hey, like, I think, this is going great, and I really want to just sit down and like talk about how we feel. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And if you're embarrassed, then maybe you're not ready to be with that person. Or if you think they're going to take it a wrong way, then,
Yeah. I mean, if this person is seeing you naked, you know what I mean? And you're scared to have a conversation with them.
Yeah, you should be able to be vulnerable with the person that you want to be with.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, if you're out here, like, and they've seen, like, every part of you, but you can't, like, verbalize your feelings to them, I feel that that's kind of not off to a good start anyway.
Yeah, run.
Yeah, for the hills. Get out. Completely agree. Do you get nervous before first dates still? Or do you feel like you're pretty, like...
Man, I haven't had a first date in a long time.
That's not an invitation, guys. Don't DM her. Just kidding.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely remember like going out on a first date, like before going out and like taking a shot. So I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm about to bail.
Yeah.
And that's like so freaking rude. So I just like take a shot to calm the nerves.
It took me the longest time to realize why I even got nervous. And no one really talks about this, I feel like.
Different reasons.
Yeah. And in my head, I just assumed the guys were never nervous and I was the only one.
Oh, no, they are.
Yeah.
They're probably way more nervous than you.
Exactly. And I was always like, oh my God, like so freaking nervous. And I have guy friends that are like, oh, this girl bailed on this date. Like, what if she doesn't like me? And I'm like, I think she's probably nervous, dude. And they're like, girls get nervous?
Yeah.
I'm like, I almost pass out.
That's insane to me.
Isn't
it? When we bail, which I know that's so wrong to do, like especially last minute.
Yeah, I'm done it though.
I'm going to say like 80% of the time, it's because we're nervous.
Nerves,
and it's like, I can't do this. And anxiety starts to kick in. And if you're anything like us, you can't freaking handle that kind of stimulation.
Yeah.
And you just like abort.
Exactly. Like abort mission, 100%. And like, I've done that many times just because I feel like I am not looking my best, which in reality, yeah.
That's sad that you think that, but
oh,
go on.
Thanks.
You're beautiful.
But it's, oh God, thank you.
Guys.
Oh God. Okay.
Go on.
So I think it is normal. And I think it's something that like maybe people talk about to their friends, but not publicly as much. Like, hey, I've canceled a bunch of dates because I've been really freaking nervous. And I definitely have. And granted, don't get me wrong, guys. Everyone don't get your hopes up. It might be because they don't actually like you that much. That is always a case.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I do think a big reason can be nerves.
Yeah, but I think if you knew you weren't into someone, you would cancel it sooner. Like, because the last minute is like super fucked up.
Valid. The timing's important.
Yeah.
That is true.
Because I trust, like, we're not bitches. Like, we're not trying to ruin your...
You're nicer than I am, but yes.
Oh. Well, I try not to cancel, like, super last minute. But if I do, it's not anything against you. It's all with me. It's not you, it's me. Like, seriously. Like, it's just because sometimes I'd be feeling down,
Yeah.
Just don't feel good.
For sure. And if you're not mentally there and mentally ready, like, it just wouldn't make sense,
Especially
like,
a first date, because that's important.
First impression. I agree. One time, this man
I love this story.
reached out to me and he wanted to take me on a date.
Okay.
I don't go on a lot of dates. I'm very busy selling alarms and with my business and everything like that. But I was like, maybe.
Have fun. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. So I think to myself, oh, are you thinking I'm going to tell my really bad first date story? Or no?
No, because you sound like you're saying something recent.
I am. Okay, you're right. Because I thought you thought that I was going to tell the one where he like spit in Elia's dog bowl.
No.
Okay,
I could tell.
Yes,
Go on.
Perfect. Anyway, so I was like, okay, sure. What's the plan? Because again, I believe the man should be in his masculine energy and plan the date and say, yeah, we're going to go here at this time. Just wear this.
Be ready at 8.
Wear this type of like outfit, like casual, dressy, whatever it is. Perfect. Immaculate. Love it. So he gives me an itinerary, Alex, and on this itinerary...
Is it printed and laminated?
I'm glad it wasn't, because I wouldn't have known what to do at this point. It was already just... So it starts out good. He says, we're going to go to this restaurant. Okay, cool. Then he says, Top Golf. I'm like, okay, like 2 activities, that's bold. I don't know if I want to do that on a first date, but
That's already a lot of time. But
that
okay.
it's a lot. It's an excursion. At this point, I feel like I'm at summer camp a little bit. But then item 3
A
was
third
going
thing.
back to his house to go swimming.
Oh.
Let me tell you the reasons why I don't like this. Because I actually talked to a guy friend about this, and at first he didn't understand, but then he did by the end of it. So for starters,
That's too many things.
it's too many things. We don't know if we're going to
Pick
get
one.
along, if we're going to like each other. It's ambitious, but it's almost assumptive, if that's a word. I think like
Because you're going home.
exactly, because
Yeah.
we're going to his house. I'm going to be in a
See that.
bathing suit. I think it's asking a lot of me personally on a first date because you don't know if I'm comfortable with you yet.
You have to go to his house. You have to be in a bikini. You have to like. There's already a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and it bothered me because he was just assuming in a way. Do you know what I mean?
For sure. I get you.
Yeah, so I didn't like that.
No.
What are your thoughts?
Well, first off, like on first dates, I always love to keep them short.
Mhm.
I do not think you should have a 4 or 5 hour whole day first date. I think the whole like temptation of like just, either dinner somewhere y'all can talk, get to know each other and keep it like an hour, 2 hours max.
Yeah.
And then you're looking forward to meeting the person again. You're looking forward to that second date and there's just a lot of suspense and like, that feeling, you get that like butterfly feeling and
Yeah.
it's just awesome. But if you make it too long, like, I mean, I'd be getting sick of people quick.
Same.
Even like people I like other than you, you're literally the only person
No, literally
I don't
same,
get
yeah.
sick of.
Respectfully, Deborah.
But I don't know, that's just a lot of time. And I'm a tired girl.
Yeah. You do be getting sleepy. but
So
same.
you're saying you want to take me to food and then you want to take me to Top Golf. That's a lot of actual like labor.
You're
like,
just sore. Like,
yeah, like what if I fall off and then
throw out your rotator cuff. Like,
and then you want me to go swim? After that? Is this a triathlon?
I was about to say.
Like, sir.
He's like, then we're doing the 100-meter dash, baby. We're running between.
I'm like, that's a lot of strenuous activities.
I did not even think of it
And
that
a lot
way.
of time. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, maybe he's trying to test you to see where your
My
endurance
endurance?
is at.
Bro, do you remember the pacer test from school? It's like,
I was
doop,
actually really
doop.
good at that.
I
But
sucked. I know you know that. Do y'all remember the pacer test in school where it's like,
begin.
begin? I was like, oh, hell. Like, I was nervous, just panting. Alex is like, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I do
I
remember
flopped
that.
at the pacer. But anyway, what do you think? This could help the guys listening a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good DM slide? How do you effectively slide into girls' DMs?
Well, see, when I slide into girls' DMs,
She said,
wouldn't you like to know? I mean, I don't know. I don't like too aggressive.
Mhm.
It's so hard. That's such a hard
Do
thing
you
to-
think, okay, what would work for you? Do you think
witty? You have to be funny.
Mhm.
You have to be funny, charismatic, because it's text.
Yeah.
So you don't know how someone's saying something.
And your first impression.
Yeah, exactly. First impression, you want to make sure that you can grab their attention. But yeah, so I think it just really, for me, needs to be grab your attention, like clever.
Okay.
Something new.
Like witty.
Something. Mhm.
So, like responding to a story maybe would be good. Like a story you
think
posted
so.
with something witty.
I think so.
Okay. Emojis. If a guy does like a fire emoji, are you responding to that?
No, I am not.
If he's super hot and you're single.
I think I would like it.
I was gonna say I think I would like it and maybe just send a fire emoji back.
But I
and just say
rather
nothing
you
and then make
put
him.
something else. Like I rather
Yeah.
you not put the fire emoji because it just kind of like says something.
Yeah.
Like you're only looking at my looks or whatever.
Mm,
Unless it's not my looks. Like if it's something else and it's a fire emoji, 100%.
yeah.
But if I'm attracted to him, it's a fire emoji. I'm just already gonna think you're boring.
Yeah.
But
Like
you
lack
could
of
prove me wrong, but you're probably boring.
You're right. You're right. I like it.
And like I need someone that makes me laugh. Like,
Yeah.
so do you. Like,
Yeah.
someone that can carry a conversation because my back's sore sometimes. Like, I can't be like carrying this conversation.
You're the way to being the funniest person all the time. Damn. Do you think that someone being funny can bring them, in your opinion, because it's subjective, from like a 4 to a 10 or a 4 to an 8?
Yes.
Yeah, same.
you could be a -2. And if you have, okay, maybe not a -2.
I'm going to put a picture in of a -2.
It's just like a chimpanzee.
One buck tooth with like a little like stick with the bag on it down a railroad.
No, that's okay. Like that's grossly exaggerated. But yeah, I could definitely feel like you're just not the typical guy I'm like attracted to. But if you come with the just jokes on point, like big comedy gal, like I definitely appreciate someone that can like think fast and like be clever.
Yeah. What is it? There's like, if you, I'm so sorry for listening, Dad. If you can make them giggle, you can make that ass jiggle. Have you heard that?
That's the most accurate statement I've ever heard.
Everyone's going to be in your DMs with jokes.
Oh boy.
They're like, knock, knock, bitch. Just kidding. Yeah. No, I agree though. It really, guess who? But, yeah, no, I really think it can. And same with girls. Dude, from what I hear from my guy friends, you can be the hottest girl, but if your personality sucks, like even like
I
us
think it's
being
a little
friends,
different with girls, but yes, I do agree.
Even being friends with someone, like, dude, someone could be like, you think they're cool as hell, they're like whatever, but you sit down with them and you're just like, just staring. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know.
No personality, or even more so. Even more so, someone that's just like rude. If you think that like rude, like is cute and like flirt, exactly.
Yeah.
Or girl or guy, like I think it's an instant turnoff, and you can be a 10, and now you're dead to me.
Yeah. Just like when the guy brought his hot friend home from college. So you mean like rude to like a waiter or something? Because I hate that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially like to people that you don't even know. But even like, especially when you're getting to know each other, you know how like some people just have that like
kind of cocky, like, but in a rude way.
Yeah. And they think it's cute or funny. And it's like, no, you're just an asshole.
Like humble yourself. Yeah. Exactly.
It's actually way cuter and like nicer just to be you know, friendly.
Like you're Chad Jones from Austin, Texas. Calm down. Like relax.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like okay, Jennifer Smith. Like calm down. Just like random. Yeah. Let's say that you meet someone, they have a pretty decent personality, I guess, like reasonably funny, but it's not someone you would usually go for in the long run.
Okay.
Not someone you would usually enter a relationship with, but you guys do Molly together. Do you think it creates a soul tie? Because we have a theory.
I will speak from, yes, I think you definitely, I think drugs or like Molly, for instance. Party drugs like that elevate like your mood. And, you know, sometimes you don't feel like you're in reality. Like I think you're like in a different dimension. We don't have to go down this conspiracy, but I think it definitely ties you and like creates this bond with someone, like not just a partner, but friends or whoever. Like I think you definitely have those memories and it's just like locked in like in a different realm.
No, I agree. And it's like people who have party friends, right? People they only go out with when they're partying. It's like, do you really like that person?
Or are you just always under the influence of just the happiest drug in the world?
Exactly. I think it's an interesting take. And it's like, based on what we've talked about prior, I think it's possible, and I didn't even realize this till we talked about it, that doing party drugs or happy drugs or whatever with somebody can create longevity in a relationship because it was such a euphoric feeling that you want to get back to that, and you tie that to that person that typically, had you been sober, you might not even like that much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely a thing. I mean, but that's not necessarily a drug. I think that could definitely happen with other things, but for sure, like if you roll your balls off with your brand new boyfriend. And then, you know, you've been together for a year now and you're finding each other's like actual differences. And then you're just like wanting that like first initial feeling, which, you know, sometimes isn't Molly. Sometimes it's just, you know, that love, like honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
And you're just always like hanging on to that, like depending on like how bad the relationship is now. Like, you're going to chase that.
Yeah. It's like, do you really like them or were you just on like MDMA? You know what I mean? It's a question
hell
for
of
the
a drug.
Hell of a drug, ladies and gentlemen. Gets you every time. Gets you good. If a guy goes out with his friends, well, let me start here. Okay. Say that you're out with your dude.
Okay.
And he's with a group of his friends.
Okay.
who have girlfriends, a handful of them,
Cool.
right?
I love that.
I mean, you would think.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
you see them cheat on their girlfriend.
Oh, no.
Do you then assume that your dude does the same when he's out without you? Or is he the one outlier who's like, no, guys, I can't do that to Alex. I have a girl. What do we think? Do you think like birds of a feather? Or do you think there can be a good little nugget?
I mean, sure. Is it a possibility that he's a good nugget? Okay. But I think if all your friends are cheaters, you've probably dabbled or can
dipped your toe in the little pond.
Yeah. And I just think like to me, like if I see like my friend consistently cheating on her boyfriend, I'm not going to really be too into that. And it's going to make me like distance myself. So
you would say something to me. You would for sure. Like if I was with a good dude and you would be like, Rebecca, you're messing up. Like,
yeah, because you're fucking yourself in the end goal.
And that's a good friend.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wouldn't like it myself. So I would feel like the person I'm with like should see like, hey, like I don't condone this. Like maybe I shouldn't be like best friends with this group. So if they're not and they're still like wanting to hang out with those cheaters and those cheaters are doing it in front of you and your girl.
Yeah.
Then you're probably cheating.
It's actually a really valid point. It's like the continuing to be friends with them. I like that. I actually had never thought of it that way, but
and it's fine. Like you don't have to block them and like never speak to them again, but just like maybe consider that the next time y'all choose to hang out.
Yeah. You know? And like if that's the friend group he's out with every weekend.
Exactly.
It's the chances are high. I like that take for sure. Agreed. And I mean, if they hang out every now and then and maybe you haven't seen those friends before and it's your first time seeing, that could be a little different. But yeah, if it's like his core group of friends.
Yeah, because then you know he's doing it all the time. Like, come on. Like, don't be an enabler or like it's because you also.
Yeah, absolutely.
But back to first dating, because I actually saw this on Love is Blind because I binge watched that and I just love like those reality TV shows. I know they're awful, but I
mean, people watch them, yeah.
I think they're just so funny. But one thing I saw was, and it's just so silly to me, but I want your take, is if you're on a first date or maybe like a second, because I don't like first dates at like people's houses. Yeah. But you know, you're on a date with a new guy and he cooks for you, which is so freaking sweet.
Okay. I know where you're going, yeah.
And he just, you know, goes out of his way, is just like a gentleman in every way, but he serves your food on a paper plate in a red Solo cup. How do you take that? Is that okay? Is that not okay?
Here's my thing. As much as I love the turtles in the environment, like I'm a big paper plate gal.
Oh, okay.
I love a bit of whoa. I don't know. I feel like, look, this guy's already going to the effort of making you dinner. He put his little foot in that. He really tried.
What guy?
Literally where. But
show yourself.
Yeah, I'm like best to get his like Chef Boyardee these days, which honestly sounds like fire. But yeah, if he went to the effort of making you a little dinner, maybe it's like a dish like his grandma used to make. I don't know. I think that's really cool. And if it's on a paper plate, I'm not going to be that girl that's like, what is this? Like, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh. Like, I honestly probably wouldn't even realize or notice or think anything of it. Like, I'm not going to call you after that date and be like, yo, Alex, like this guy had a fucking paper plate. Get a load of this. You know, like, I really don't mind it. And I also hate doing dishes. So like, even better. Because if we start dating more and there's always dirty dishes in the sink and stuff, I'm like, grow. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
I'd rather just toss it. How do you feel?
Well, in this case, the guy didn't have anything else but paper plates. So then like, yeah, obviously like paper plates. And I'm a big paper plate gal too. Yeah. Because just easy.
Yeah.
But I do think like if there was a glass plate, a dish, an actual dish, then I mean, I know me, like if I cooked you dinner, I would serve it. I would use a paper plate for me. If I had one plate in my house, you're eating off of it. You know, just because like, I mean, it's easier, it's nicer, it's like it's easier to like cut off of, like, that's what I mean. But
a good impression. And also in a way, do you feel like it makes it seem like their life's a little more together?
1,000%, for sure. But even besides all that, because of course, like now, you know, they care about like how they see themselves or how they live their lifestyle, or how well put together their life is, for sure. But I think it's just like about the other person. Like if you have one plate and you're serving me off of a paper plate, like, come on, like, you obviously don't care that much. But it's hard because if he's everything else checks off, like, and he's just the sweetest guy, then yeah, I don't mind a little.
I thought of something else.
I'll eat it with my hands. I don't care.
Just a beer bong. Blends it up. Like, he's like, well, babe, I have this back from college, back from the frat days. He's all 38.
I'll buy you stuff, yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I got you, babe. And that's how we get in trouble. House decor for a guy. You go to a guy's home. Speaking of life being together and everything, maybe he doesn't have the means to be shopping at, like, I don't know, like Restoration Hardware. Maybe he doesn't have a cloud couch. Okay.
Sure. Or but even if you do, like, sometimes you don't want to spend like thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, okay, he went, and Amazon has great home stuff, by the way. That's where I get almost all my stuff. They go on Amazon, they do their very best to decorate, and you could tell they put an effort. Okay. But you go to a guy's house, he's got the blue bed sheets. You know the ones. Yeah. He's got no headboard. Oh. He's got the yellow crusty pillow that his mom got him for his crib.
No, it's like back in college.
You know, is it?
Oh, true.
Like, you know, like it's out there. And then TV on the ground in the living room, foldy chair, no couch. What do you do?
How long has he lived there?
A year.
Like, just get your life together. Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, you can go onto Amazon and buy one, like a whole headboard or like bed frame for less than $100.
Yeah.
And I understand if like you don't have the means, that makes sense. But if you're spending, you know, all this money on dinners and out partying and you can't buy yourself a piece of furniture, like get your priorities right.
Yeah.
You know, then you're obviously not ready to be dating someone.
So like red flag.
Absolutely. Get some cheap sheets, make it work. Like,
you really can't, like, you can ball on a budget. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, and it's like
at Amazon.
Yeah. And there's like inspo pics. Like, go on Pinterest, go on Google.
And minimalism is like super cute.
Yeah.
You know?
Agreed. So if you really like a guy, everything's going really well, does not invite you to Topgolf or swimming, just one activity, up to an hour, you've hung out a few times, you're starting to like him. You show up to his house and it's that situation. Like, it's giving like Seth Rogen, Pineapple Express, James Franco. What do you do?
You know, it just depends how much I like the guy.
You like him a lot.
Oh, I like him a lot.
You like him a lot. Like,
okay.
You're like, Rebecca, damn, I like this guy. Like, do you say something? Do you sit on the little foldy chair like?
I would say my comments. I would, you know, obviously enjoy our time. Like, if I really like him, for sure. But I would like throw my hints, and then probably if I really, really like him, like I'd get him stuff.
I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
How do you
definitely
hint? What would you say?
That's a great question. I'd just be like, oh, did you ever think of like sheets to lay on?
I hope you guys can see her.
I mean, this mattress is kind of rough. Like, ever heard of bamboo sheets?
My legs are chafing every time I sit. Like,
or just, you know, little things here and there. Like, I wouldn't be rude. Like, how dare you, the audacity to have me in these?
Just spits on it.
But yeah, I would be nice about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, with the like masculine man, like he's gonna want to please you, and he's gonna probably like that you want that, you know?
I like it. Like, you're trying to level him up.
Yeah.
Make him better. I like it. That's a really good take. Yeah.
Maybe he never even saw it before, and it just like opened his eyes, and he's like, yeah, you're right. Like,
that's true. Maybe because he like he was in college and like just lived alone, and like he never like
just got used to it.
Well, actually, I think I'm making excuses for whoever this imaginary man is. Like, I feel like he leaves his house. He's been to other people's houses. He does know what he can do.
Right. But but he just never experienced it himself, and so he doesn't really see the importance. Maybe I'm enabling too, but
are we making excuses for a man we don't even know?
Buy the furniture. Get your life together.
Like, I gotta
now.
Yeah. No, I think what I personally would say is like this is such a nice place. Like, I really like the layout and everything. I was in someone's house the other day, and they had this really cool sofa that they had gotten off Amazon. Aww. And I think it would look so good in here.
Literally, just send him a picture of like something on Amazon and be like, oh my God, this would go perfectly in here.
Like with the layout, like the open format of the house.
Yeah, just like, small hints, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's smart.
With the floor plan, like,
because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings if you like them. But I mean, I'm sure they would like that too. Agreed.
Yeah. And if someone said that to me, I would be like, oh, cool, noted. Like, let me actually check that out. You know, I don't think I would take it to heart, depending on how you say it, like you said.
True.
Yeah. So what would you say is the biggest red flag in a man? Like, biggest red flag? Like,
how they treat their mom.
Oh. So
I don't know. I definitely think because I've seen some guys treat their moms like queens,
Mhm.
you know, and they're just like always answering their phones, always telling them that they love them, always being like nice. And but then I've seen some guys that are like assholes.
Ma, the
Like
meatloaf.
30 in their
Yeah.
30s talking shit to your ma, meatloaf. But yeah, like I think that really tells you how they're gonna treat you. Like even if they're like perfect in the beginning, I think in the long run, however he treats his mom is how he's gonna treat your ass.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the biggest red flag in a girl for the guys out there that are dating? What would you say? Like, we're perfect. What do you mean? But like, what would you say?
Does she have friends?
Oh, that's a good one. Or at least a few good ones.
Yeah, you don't have to have, and that's another thing. How many
Yeah.
friends does she have? Does she have 100 friends? No one should have. I mean,
like what?
sorry.
No, you're not
Close
wrong, bro.
friends.
The girls that have 30 bridesmaids, y'all are sociopaths, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody have that
like,
many
be real.
friends.
Like be real.
Be fucking for real. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's, I don't know if that's the biggest, but that's just the first thing that comes to mind. Like
Those are really good ones.
Yeah. Or if you have like no one to stand up in your wedding. Like I know we have our small circles, but our core group is like very, very strong and like
for sure.
Real.
Absolutely.
So if you don't have anyone, like what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Justin was actually saying that the other day on the podcast, the first one we were on together, Grow or Die podcast, guys, check it out. It's a good one.
Plug.
Yeah, exactly. Subtle plug. But he was saying one of his non-negotiables is a girl has to have her own friends. And not just meet up with yours. Cause he's like, I'm always trying to bring new people into my friend group, but like, you don't want that girl's whole life to be you. Because when y'all break up, if you like, you're gonna feel terrible because she's gonna be all alone, and like then you might just be staying with her because you feel bad.
Well, you should have your own lives for sure.
Absolutely.
And like, you don't want to have to like always make sure that she's good. You want someone that can be like that's one of my pet peeves. Like if I have to entertain you the entire event, like you should be able to be a grown up and like either be okay with just being alone for a while or like have your own friends or like meet new people. Like you should be able to do that. I don't have to hold your hand at every single
like we're adults. You know what I mean? Like grow the fuck up. Like grow up. What does it mean to friend zone someone? And when do you decide that you want to friend zone someone? Like say that same funny guy, right? He's a hoot. He's hilarious. But you're like, like I'm not like romantically into this person. How do you go about friend zoning someone?
Ooh, that's a great question you got there.
Thanks.
I mean, they've all been great, but this one I really don't know. I mean, I would say I would just tell them what's up, but like I probably wouldn't. Like I'd love to
just
say
ghost?
That.
Just kind of stop talking.
I have definitely ghosted. Sorry, I know that's horrible.
No, I mean,
come at me.
Yeah.
But I have ghosted, but I think for the most part, like I kind of just like tell them like, oh, well, let's do this as a group. Or my friend's coming or like this. So it's never like alone with that person because I would never hang out with just like guy unless I'm into him. So always, and then I think they would get the hint, you know?
Yeah, I think so too. That's fair. How do you kind of decide if a guy's like relationship material or not? Like what would you say is like the major differentiating factor between, okay, yeah, I really see myself being with this person and I don't? Like if there's the number one reason in the past for you?
Well, in the past, I can tell you what I look for now. Like now I'm just like really big on respect. I think it's so easy to someone like you genuinely care about, just have respect for them.
Yeah.
But in the past, I think I always really looked for that initial spark. Because you don't always get like a big connection with just anyone. And like sometimes I would just like chase that spark, which I think is important. You have to have that like fire, that, you know, that butterfly feeling. But that's what I used to always go for. And now I'm just like, I do still want the spark, of course, but I need someone that like respects me.
I also feel like that can make the spark get bigger if there's respect. Like if there's that initial spark and then on top of that, you're like, oh, wow, they respect me.
Yeah, they respect themselves and they respect their family and their friends. And I mean, I always go back to respect because I think it shows so much in someone, you know?
No, I completely agree. So what would you say is a good way to tell if they're not respectful? Like what are the signs? What's the first thing they do to you where you're like, oh, wait a minute, they're not that respectful?
I hate when people like just like kind of belittle people, especially when they think it's funny.
Oh, do you remember that one date that you came on with me where we left? Remember we were like at that rooftop bar or whatever, and the guy just kept like trying to roast me, and he was like, no, you like it. Remember?
Oh
And we
my
left.
God. But it was like nonstop.
Terrible. Relentless. And I was like, you're not, I looked at him and I'll say it straight up. Like, I'm not scared. I was like, this isn't funny. You're not funny.
That's insecurity. Yeah, he just was an insecure man. Because like sometimes like they just like slips out, but he was like trying to hurt your feelings.
Yeah. And I would say something and he's like, nah, you like it. Girls love that. I'm like,
yeah. He truly.
On what podcast where did you hear this and just internalize? Like, I'm like, sir, I'm telling you to your face, I don't like this. He's like, you like it. So we left. We fled the scene expeditiously.
Yeah.
Girl.
No, also fuck him. But like, I truly think like he just has some really deep problems. But get out of there. Like, I'm glad we didn't stay because I would have been so mad.
We would have made him cry.
Yeah.
Roasted him back. I'm like,
because I don't think I said anything, which usually I would.
Yeah.
But I think I was like really trying to. Did we just move to Austin or something?
No, we'd been there for a sec, but I think like you knew that I wanted to leave anyway.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's why. Like
why didn't I not say anything?
I think it's because like I was like, we need to go.
Okay, good.
You know what I mean? Like if we had been there for longer, I think you would have. But I think the reason was because I was like, let's just get out. Like I don't want to be here. This guy sucks. You know. But that is a big one. Like back to your point, I think being mean to someone or roasting them with like a tinge of honesty in it, like trying to hurt them or belittle them. Is
a little like just being spiteful because of like, I don't know, whoever wronged you in the 3rd grade and you're just out for revenge. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's so easy to be nice, but like people just be out there trying to take stabs.
Not be nice.
But anyways, you've literally been asking me all these questions and we forgot that it's your actual birthday. Well, yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday was your birthday and you are 31. How do you feel?
I feel really good. I feel good, guys. And I post something about this.
You look good.
Thanks.
Like you're glowing today, and maybe it's me.
I don't look you. It is.
You look super happy.
Talking to the person that I like. The one person. Just kidding. Just kidding to my other friends. I'm sorry. But no, it's true. It's like, you know, guys, when you have a genuine friendship and you're just comfortable with someone and like how Justin Mahaley looked in his Instagram post with me yesterday, just genuinely happy and glowing. I think
you really did that. Like
get a number on that little guy. Just kidding. But no, it's like when you just can be fully yourself with somebody. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's so rare.
It's so relaxing. Like I hate when you have to drain your own energy just to have a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
Like pretending like someone you're not, or like just always on edge. Like it's just exhausting.
Yeah, dude.
It's horrible. So like with us, like I feel like we're always just like we're not always relaxed. We have anxiety. We have crippling anxiety. Don't get me wrong.
We just feed off each other too. When one's anxious, we get more. It just like keeps building until we're just on the floor, just like.
Yeah, but we're also not afraid to show that.
Yeah.
So it's just like very like.
Maybe that's why we like show like anxiety so much around each other because we can't normally.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So it's like just a safe place to do that.
Anyone else would be like, relax.
Like, I can't. Like, God. Like, well, why didn't you say that before? Let me just calm down.
Wow. How do you think of that one?
Like, my anxiety's gone. Throw this Lexapro out the door.
Tell me to relax. Yeah, I don't understand like the whole, but anyways, back to our point. Like I really just feel like we can be genuinely ourselves around each other. And like, I can't say that I can do that around anyone else.
Yeah, like unapologetically. Really? Yeah. And like, yes, you'll have fun and I'll have fun with like other friends. And I love my other friends so much. And I know you do too.
Yeah. But this isn't about them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, anyways. But yeah, I just think there's something to be said. And one of the reasons the friendship has lasted so long is just not having to fake anything. Like when we're mad, when we're upset with each other, we say it. Like when we're anxious, like quite literally like anything at all. You know?
I can't forget, like every time we talk about this, I think of like when we had our argument like out on a bar.
Yeah.
And you just had to talk about it then and there. And I was like, girl, I don't want to freaking talk about it, but since you're asking, like, you won't let me not talk to you. We kind of got a little heated, but in front of people, because usually we do it like either on the phone or like behind closed doors. Yeah. And we were like out in public and everyone thought we were going to freaking fist fight.
Yeah, because it was during, I think it was like a Sunday fun day moment. And it was like,
so there was alcohol involved.
But there weren't that many people either. So people like noticed.
Oh, right. But and we were like this close to each other's face.
Fingers out and everything, like,
and just like screaming at each other, but just trying to get each other's, not screaming, but I mean, it was
elevated.
Aggressive a little, but we both can be, kind of passionate.
Exactly. We just care a lot. We have a lot of feelings. But yeah, no, I think that just goes back to one, us like not being afraid to express how we feel with each other. Two, being open in communication. And three, not necessarily caring if other people have an opinion on that because we know at the end of the day it works for us.
Right.
And people came over and they were like, are you guys good? We saw you just got in a fight. We're like, what do you mean we're fine?
Yeah.
We
like, literally talked it through.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know it sounds like, oh my God, who like talks like that? But we still have respect for each other. Like again, on the respect thing, like we never call each other out of our names.
No, never.
Like we never, do anything like we're not petty.
Malicious.
Right.
Never.
We're always just trying to get across like how we feel because we care about each other but we still just have like anyone.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times people don't do that and they're fake and they're just like, hey girl.
Dude, I know without a doubt in my mind, and I can say this about very few people, that like you're never gonna run around like talking shit on me.
No.
Like I can't even like in my head picture you going to a girl.
Even when I'm upset with you.
Yeah.
Like I will always be like on your side even when you've done me wrong. Like I'm still like team us.
Same, yeah. God. Or even like you might tell the dude you're with or something like Rebecca annoyed me, and that's okay. Whatever. But like taking it outside of like the friendship, just like if you're dating someone, taking it outside the relationship, and like going to another dude and being like, oh my God, he's messing up.
No.
It's messy. Like, so I can't imagine that. I really can't fathom you going around like talking poorly about me because maybe we had a disagreement. Like we would just go directly to each other.
The only person I really tell about like when we're really mad at each other and going through it, like is my dad.
I was gonna say Abel. I was literally gonna guess.
Yeah.
Literally my favorite.
Like not even like anyone else truly just wouldn't understand and they'd be biased. And like I feel like my dad, even though he's my dad, like I truly think he's unbiased.
I agree 100%.
Like he loves you.
Yeah, and I love him.
Oh, he says happy birthday.
Oh, my heart. I love your. What if we put a video on the screen of Abel saying happy birthday? I would lose it. I would lose my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine how cute
I gotta
that
make
would
that
be.
happen.
But no, literally love him so much. And it's true. Like, and I think that's another way to tell that someone loves you unconditionally is when they're willing to tell you the hard things that you might not agree with sometimes. And I know we do that for each other and he does that for you, But yeah, I think that's definitely one of the reasons like it's lasted so long.
Yeah.
Not being messy. Girl code. It's a big one. And I think a lot of people say they follow it, but they really don't. And how would you feel if there was a guy that you were talking to? And when I say talking, y'all went on a few dates. You never dated exclusively, but you like amicably went your own ways. A friend of yours, you find out they went on a date. How do you feel?
No.
Agreed.
I'm
like,
even if it's not like a real close friend, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If I like care about you, and honestly, even if I don't really care about you, if I know you've kind of like been with this guy, like there's so many more other guys out there. Yeah. Like I'm literally so turned off that someone I know has like, and especially someone I'm close to, like has even like shown interest in this person. Like say they didn't fully date, like you said, like say they're just like casually talking or whatever.
Yeah.
That's just not it for me. I don't like that. I like someone that no one's even thought about before.
Yeah.
And that's just sexy to me. Like I just don't want I don't like stepping on people's toes. I don't like any drama. Like, I mean, there's already enough problems in relationships. Like if I can just avoid one small one just by not choosing that man, like I'll do it 100%.
Agreed. Yeah. And it's like, I've heard from what I hear from guys, like it's kind of the same thing. Like they don't want a girl who's talked to all their friends. You know what I mean? And let's say like you were
there's so many girls like that.
Dude.
I know, like specifically from our hometown. Sorry.
Yeah.
I could think of so many girls that just like the whole friend group.
Girl, it's like that little like revolving sushi bar where it's a conveyor belt and everyone just takes a little. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's like it's their mission.
Collect like the Infinity Stone. Like live your truth, Susan, I guess. But like, I don't know, like whatever ever makes you happy. But at the end of the day, it's like, I feel like no one's ever going to take you seriously. No one's going to respect you. And maybe you don't care about that. That's okay.
You don't respect yourself. Like, it's such a turnoff. Like, why would you want to be? And I've heard, like, I can remember, like, a girl talking, like, on Instagram or something about she likes that because it's, like, a competition or something. And I'm like, what? I mean, this isn't fucking Ninja Warrior. Like, you shouldn't be in competition with whoever you're deciding to love. Like, it makes no sense.
What is that? Like the old Nickelodeon show, like the Raiders of the whatever, where they
Tomb
go.
Raiders.
Oh, wait. Is that what it is? Where they're like going on all the obstacles and stuff and hopping over. I don't know. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's crazy. That's bad. And I feel like if, let's say you were talking to a guy and then y'all like separate and his guy friend starts talking to you or trying to, and they're real close, I almost feel like the initial guy probably gave him the okay. And that kind of means that like the initial guy didn't take you that serious. Know what I mean?
Like didn't say it's okay, but like gave an impression that it's okay.
It gave an impression that it wasn't that serious with you. Know what I mean?
Fair.
So then
Yeah,
his friend thinks it's okay. I have a theory. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Unless, I mean, but then again, guys are kind of bad sometimes. Like I know girls can be too, but like there have been times, like there have been times where like a guy and I break up and like his friends are trying to DM me and I honestly think it's just because they're grimy, you know?
It's like a reward in their eyes. I mean, I don't know. It's the only thing I can think of. It's like, ooh, let's see if I can master this one. Yeah,
like an ego thing.
Weird.
Yeah, agreed. Well, it's a lot of topics we went over today.
Oh, yeah.
We got to go to my birthday dinner in a bit, guys.
Yeah, no kidding. This would be so fun.
I think so too. It's going to be a hoot. Let's see if we make it past 10 p.m. Same.
We have to.
I'm yawning already. Oh, no. But yeah, I think it was a really good episode. We went over a lot of really important topics, and
for sure, that was fun.
I think so too. And I know you'll be back, obviously.
I want to say thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Like I never thought I would be on it. Like I know you just started it, but I just like did not think you would even ask me. And when you did, like it melted my heart.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, she wants little me on it.
A little old.
Because you've kind of had like big people on it. And so I was just like, you want to hear what I have to say? Like it meant so much to me. So thank you.
Of course, dude. Like, and I mean, if you guys are getting to know me by me starting this podcast, I feel like we're kind of an extension of each other a little bit.
Package deal for sure.
Exactly. So, I mean, I feel like you guys can't really know me that well without knowing like one of the most important people to me. So we just both start bawling.
I know. I told myself, don't cry, don't cry.
But yeah, no, thank you so much. And tell them where they can find you and your business. Let's talk about your business. Like explain what you do and tell them where they can find you before we leave.
So I make people not pasty.
Very important.
I have a mobile spray tanning business.
Besides me, I need a spray tan, but I'm getting one later, guys.
And yeah, so my Instagram, my personal is at Bronze Babe. I mean, wait, right? Instagram. I think it's bronze.babe, but with 2 E's.
We'll put it in the description.
Right. But most importantly, my business account is at sunkiss.atx. So you can find my website and you can email me or just DM me through that. And so I basically just I'm still very small. It's just me. I have no contractors or employees yet. But I'm making everyone glowing in Austin, Texas, and surrounding areas.
Never
orange. That's what I take pride in. Like I have the most natural looking spray tan.
True.
Like you cannot tell. Like you won't have the bad hands. You won't have any like streaks or anything like that. And I mean, come see me. Come try it out.
Yeah. And like I said, guys, there's going to be an offer in the description. And then also on our Instagram page, 10% off your first visit when you mention Secured Session. So let her tan you. You will not be disappointed. And thank you guys for tuning into Secured Sessions, the podcast with absolutely no niche at all. Remember to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Apple Music, and Spotify to see which big name we have on next. Love you guys so much. Until next time. Bye.